Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space Impromptu Live. It's Sunday. Uh, I've been on the road for about 5.5 hours today. Lots going on this weekend in my own life. Crypto markets, yeah, look, in the weekend, the near term, markets are looking kind of strong. Um, some of our shorts we entered a little too early, but that's okay. Um, if you follow the channel, if you're part of our free Telegram group, then you already know that we think there's about to be a big move. And we also think that Bitcoin and ETH are going to hit the next leg down. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But Bitcoin has basically been range bound in the short term between 68 and 72K. In the long term or midterm, let's say 63K to 74K. So we're range bound within that $10,000 range. And this is what you see during a bear market, right? Bitcoin usually has a massive capitulation down, and then we go range bound for a little while, maybe even go back up. People start to get bullish again. They pile back in, they go long. The market liquidates them. And the market liquidates them again and again and again. Now, Bitcoin could reach up to 74, 75K. I hope not, but it could. We are positioned short, and I do think we're going to get this next leg down. On that note, I want to talk about the other things we'll look at today. Open interest is kind of neutral right now. Even if you take a look at the liquidity maps, yeah, if we get up above 72K, there's probably going to be a short squeeze. And I don't mean touch above, but a strong push above. Hold on one sec. A strong push above 72K. Yeah, we're going to short squeeze, and we could hit all the way up to 75, 76K. Who knows? Yeah, hey, thanks for, yes, that's my ETH hat, right? Thanks, Kimani. Appreciate that. But those people you're hearing on crypto Twitter, Telegram, wherever you like to find your news, and you think that they are, geez, man, people need to learn how to drive out there, right? Yeah, of course I know that singer, right? Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. If you haven't already, go out and touch some grass. I don't know where you're from, but hello out there. It's a beautiful day. I wish I wasn't traveling, but, family needed help. I was saying that in the beginning before anybody was in the stream. Just to recap real quick, Bitcoin, bullish over the weekend. We pumped all the way up to 72, I can't remember now, 300, 400K. Because I've been driving. We are net short. If you were in the Telegram, then you already know. Link in the description. But we're short right now, and I plan on to stay short right now. Now, we are still in an ETH long. And as far as our DeFi lending positions, not half and half, but we are 25% short and 75% long in most of those DeFi lending positions, which I'm getting nervous that I might need to get a little more short because something doesn't feel right in the market right now. And if you get right down to it, in a bear market, a lot of times we actually are going up more than we're going down. But when we go down, we really, really go down. Yeah, man, Kimani, I did shout you out, man. And of course, I know Elvis Presley, but I'm going to tell you all, it's hard for me to read the chat when I'm driving down the interstate. Anyway, Bitcoin and ETH showed some strength this weekend. And yes, we can keep on going up a little bit farther. Right now, those trades are a little bit on the downside, or excuse me, are a little bit in the negative. Some of them, that's okay. We got our stop losses set. We secured great profit the last few, so it allows us to be a little bit riskier. I would not suggest to fight an uptrend or to catch falling knives most of the time. And for most people in this space, the best thing to do is just a dollar cost average, mostly into Bitcoin, a little bit of ETH, and maybe some of your large caps, what you're bullish on. Like for myself, that would be Solana and Tau. Of course, I'm bullish on the base ecosystem, but there's been a huge pivot away from that social fund narratives, but I don't want to talk about that yet. I wanted to get into altcoins after we talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum has pumped up all the way to, hold on, I'd have to play the radio. Let me see what I can find. Ooh, this sounds good for now. Let's see if we can get this going. Yeah, it's not going to work. Not with my Bluetooth. Sorry about that. Yeah, no tunes. Not when I'm driving in the car, but next live stream when I'm back home, which will be late tonight. Not the stream, but hopefully I can have one maybe Tuesday or something. But we'll bring the tunes back. But let's talk a little bit about ETH. As I was saying, ETH is showing relative weakness this weekend in relationship to Bitcoin. But I actually, if we have a massive downtrend, we are going to, ETH is going to be weaker than Bitcoin. So take that for what you will. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some dad talking about crypto on his phone, driving through the American landscape, which is beautiful, by the way. But ETH made it up to about 2,200, and we got close to the 50-week moving average, and it's looking kind of weak. We didn't really quite get back above it. ETH right now is right around 2,100, I think. We got a really good entry on that short, which you would have known about if you were in our free Telegram group, like 2175, I think. That's probably our best trade right now. We're sitting on that one. We tried to enter Tau, and that was a mess up way too early. And we are bullish on Tau. Tau had a 56% pump this week. A lot of news there. Tau is, the AI narrative is picking up. And there was an AI agent that purchased its own Tau subnet that happened within the last few days. Who knows if this is going to be successful or not? It may just like go to zero and not know, not be able to manage the subnet. But the cool thing is it spent $250,000 on that subnet, and it's planning on trying to pull a profit. I'm kind of interested in following this one. I may even stake some of my Tau into that one. I don't know yet, right? But what I would what I'm really interested in when I get back home tonight is taking a look at some of my subnet staking and see if we can got some good Tau yield over the last few days during that humongous pump. Because a lot of times the subnets will pump way more than Tau when the pump occurs. They're kind of Tau beta plays, very similar to like people trading meme coins, last cycle, like Whiff or something, or Bonk, or, well, not Bonk so much, but maybe Whiff or Shib or whatever on Solana, or maybe Pepe on Ethereum. Those are meme coin beta plays to build your ETH bag, build your Solana bag, because they will appreciate more than that underlying layer one asset in the bull market. What's crazy is that's kind of how I see TAL subnets. Excuse me. And what's crazy is some of the staking yields I've been